Hi guys. We have a working theory around submarine, nuclear detonation, volcano, earthquake, tsunami, EMP, war. Those are the potential scenarios that we're looking out for. Now, one of the scenarios involving a submarine is the potential for submarines to move out or move around in the ocean under the cover of hurricanes or very turbulent weather. Now, on the 15th, we've got this rather large disturbance out here in the Pacific. Hawaii is just down here, the Big Island is just here. It's not that far if you consider the total cyclone and its tail whipping round. A submarine or two could be moving underneath something like this. That's just a theory, but it ties in with this potential scenario that we've been talking about. So, in connection with that, this report has just come out, kind of again, but it's just come out now. So, it was first reported in 2013 that when the KCNA were showing footage of Kim Jong-un in the war room, there was a map behind him, and on the map there were 4 places that had been pinned for a strike by the North Koreans, and that was San Diego in California, Austin in Texas, Washington DC, and the island of Hawaii. Now, obviously, when you look at the map here, you can see Washington, Austin, San Diego, and Honolulu, but this is the big island here where Kilauea is currently going off. Now, this map was shown in 2013. We're now 5 years later, and we have a volcano erupting on an island that is pretty close to the original target that was shown on the map in North Korea. So it's not something that is just being pulled out of the blue. In actual fact, North Korea have already shown that Hawaii is a target. We've had the forced missile alert for Hawaii. We've got the volcano going off in Hawaii in association with the IPEC goat video. You've got the volcano on the Apple, which is next to Obama being from Hawaii as well. So Hawaii needs to really be cautious and aware of the potential for what's going on, especially coming up in the next couple of days. It's just Monday, the 11th of June now, and tomorrow is the Kim Jong-un Donald Trump summit, and then we've got potential watch on the 13th as well from the Google Doodle, and but that could also be the 15th from the Google Doodle, being 6 and 9, 6 and 9 making 15. So there is a lot to watch. My thoughts are really kind of being drawn to the 15th in this respect. Obviously, things can happen before then, but along with all the other things, you've got Iran giving the EU until the end of the 14th to try and save the nuclear deal. As I said, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So then Iran is saying they're going to start their nuclear program, which they most likely have already done. They've already started. So the fact that you've got the Israelis building up on the border of Syria, and you've got the militias building up there as well, that Syrian army building up there as well. As I said, everyone is on the edge, waiting to go. And when I say on the edge, I'm talking about the armies. I'm talking about the world leaders. They're sitting, waiting to start this whole thing. As I said, it's like the final huddle before the game starts. They're just waiting for the gun to go off. And in that sense, that could be like a literal interpretation if we're thinking about a shooting taking place involving Donald Trump. So that could be the starting gun, and then things just take off from there. It's off to the races. Sorry for all the sports metaphors, but I think a lot of you will kind of understand what I'm saying when I say that. So that's pretty much what I wanted to bring to you guys today. In particular, Hawaii needs to be cautious and careful. And if the event transpires the way that we think it's going to transpire, then the entire West Coast will need to be aware of that potential. And during that time is when we suspect the attack on the East Coast is going to take place as well. So the East Coast will need to be cautious. And then you've got the hurricane forming, potentially hitting Texas, Corpus Christi or Houston. And then you've got unsettled Yellowstone right up over here in Wyoming. So all four sides of the United States kind of potentially watching for something to happen. hopefully nothing does. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and God bless.